Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend. The show I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. I hope everyone's keeping fine out there, and as you can see, yes, SoundCloud is working. If I put it on the top bar, it doesn't work. So I don't know what's happening there on the sound, but I'll get that looked to, but we're okay. And welcome back to our listeners. I did do a show for them last night and I explained the situation because Jaden uses SoundCloud, but he couldn't work it out for me. Anyway, I got it all sorted when Jaden went. Thankfully, we got onto it, and now we've got the show on DXTL TV from the touchlines and also SoundCloud. Yes, but we were talking about Spotify. We will be going on there. I've just got in touch with someone on a film editor, but he hasn't got back to me at the moment. Maybe he has today. What I'm looking for is a film editor to put a bit of a video together for me of all our challenges. If you know anyone who can do that, and obviously we want to try and get some work in the near future as well. If you're local, because I know we're getting people from abroad as well who are interested in helping us out, but we'll go local if you don't mind. And just getting in touch with us. I've seen some CVs and what have you on portfolios, and it's great. There's some great work out there, I must admit. Anyway, welcome to the Grassroots show. We've been out and about today. Had our DXTL Young Lions, as we say, and honestly, we really did give this probably one of the top teams a scare. We were 3-0 up, and unfortunately our lads tire. But hey, that's grassroots football. Things happen, mistakes are made, and goals go in, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Under sevens, 6 years of age, they're doing really, really well. Happy at it. But we'll be hunting down these teams for our first win, and the kids are all in the cafe, honestly, smiling, joking, laughing. When parents go out there and they're still talking about winning games, not right, is it? Not right. You know, and the kids have all forgotten about losing. Simple as that. They just want to have fun. And remember that when you go out and about at grassroots football, the kids do, and we just want to develop a team. You might hear me shouting to these kids, because at the moment they go on deaf ears. They really, really do. I tell the referees to do that with these irate parents, and my kids are doing that to me. So it's make me shout louder, to get their concentration, to get them focused and wake them up and just tell them what they should be doing, because if you didn't, they'd be standing around, honestly, just standing, walking around then, and wondering what they're supposed to be doing. But they like to be told, they like to be heard, and you know what, it's working. It really is. I can see it, and I was very, very impressed. I'd have been even more impressed if we held on, but it wasn't to be. Anyway, well done to Farmers Western. Yeah, good team, great from the sidelines. There's not a problem. I didn't hear a problem anyway. And there's no feedback come from the committee, so we must have done all right. I just don't like those back pitches, and the parents don't either, behind these cages to see the kids playing football. But that's the way the teams are set out and the games are set out. It's a pity that you couldn't have, you know, where the parents can go and sit it, so long as they didn't go anywhere. That's just my opinion anyway. Yeah, because it's hard watching through a little fence. It's like you're peeping, you know. I think you all know where I'm coming from, and this is at Jeffrey Humble. Anyway, we're going to be starting our training there soon, and I really begrudge it, but I've had to ask the parents to dig deep into their pockets, and I think it's wrong. I really do. You know, £51 for a quarter pitch for 1 hour. That's a lot of money, and you may have heard about my campaign now. More play, less pay. And it will work out if you put these prices right down. You know, for £204 per hour on a full pitch, it just makes a mockery of grassroots football. It really does. We need to get these prices down, even if we can go to free, even if we go to the big clubs, your Liverpools, your Evertons, and start working out something. This is what we want. We want to try and get money filtering back into grassroots football, into these kids, making sure that we can bring the prices down. Don't Cross the Line have got a new campaign, more play, less pay. Get on board with it, managers, and it's also helping you out, the managers and coaches, regarding all this admin as well, and fines that are going around from leagues. Now, if you know me from Don't Cross the Line, I'm a big supporter of referees on the field of play, and obviously coaches, managers and the kids themselves, and also committee members. So there's a big circle, and I include them all in there because everyone is trying to do the right thing for grassroots football. Now, if we're doing the right thing by pricing teams out, I think somewhere along the line we've got to work things out. We really have. We've got to make it compatible, we've got to make it payable, we've got to make it budget wise, we've got to make it fabulous for the kids and the teams out there, and not just the kids and the teams, the parents, because people are struggling. And it's not about the way you run your club, it's not about the way you bring your finances in. We'd all love to go out there, you know. I had a really good conversation with Bob on the committee, on the treasurer at the North Liverpool JFL today, because obviously he's asking all their managers their opinions about the admin, and he's saying, well, we've done it, only takes a minute. It's brilliant, yeah, it only takes a minute to do, but it's finding the time, that minute. Now we're getting told you've got 30 hours to do this, so once your game's finished you've got 30 hours. But if you're working on the following day, they take those hours off because you can't bring out your laptop and do it. Plus the fact if you've got a life, you've got things to do, like I'm doing my podcast, and I have not done my admin yet because I've got other things to do. So I haven't been home. So start taking that, deducting that time off your 30 hours. Now, we've all got our opinions and we're all entitled to our opinions, and we all need to sing off the same song sheet. And by that I mean bringing teams together, bringing the football family together. Now I think the football family is still segregated because there's organisations out there and also your governing bodies who don't recognise the work that most of these volunteers are doing. But what they want to do is capture the volunteers for their work. That's what's happening. That's why other organisations are getting fobbed away, because they want to deal with one or two. They want the monopoly of everything. It's wrong, you can't do that. You can't be the voice of grassroots football. You've got to work together. This is what we're doing. We're working together. So how can you have one voice? You need to bring everyone together, and that's our voice. We want to give everyone a voice in grassroots football. We want to bring people together, teams together, parents together, committees, referees together, and that's what we've been doing since 2003. Yes, we've had the recognition, but we don't get the amount of recognition that we deserve. We've come up with no ref, no game, Refspect, Don't Cross the Line, Heart of Gold initiatives. We're trying to pump it all into grassroots football. We've been doing safeguarding and DBS checks for many, many years. 20th year, that's what we're into. We're going into our 21st year. Safeguarding kids, safeguarding referees. And we know it's Stay Safe campaign today. But why do we split these campaigns? Why are we splitting them? Why aren't we recognise the work that the Don't Cross the Line are doing? Why don't we come together? You can't own football, or can you? Because the governing bodies are really taking over the majority. But what we're all tending to forget here, now I've just stated that we support our referees on and off the field of play for poor touchline behaviour or from. And we have a zero tolerance, and we've campaigned to make sure that our referees stay in the game, and it's working. It really is. Now, can you imagine if these people that have all come together, like governing bodies, and worked with us, and all worked together, because we did not want anything special out of it, and started getting these people together with your safeguarding, rather than spanning out and making other campaigns and confusing people. We just stick to one, and we do the Refspect Awareness Weekend for referees. But it's the reason that we're doing it for referees, and I've explained this before, is because the referees are the targets. They're the people in the middle that people on the outside love to hate. Where I'm coming from is they're shouting at every decision they make, they're questioning every decision they make, and they're not letting them get on with it, and just, instead of concentrating on their own team, they're concentrating on a referee, and that is wrong. So that's all we've been trying to do, is make sure that the referees are safeguarded, because many of them are still at school, as we know. And we'll go on to the money side of things in 1 minute. But I'm supporting, because I'm also getting support from referees, would you believe, because of what I'm trying to do for grassroots football. I'm trying to bring the cost down. But we were talking about leagues going into competition with each other to put referees' fees up, to get those referees involved in their leagues. I think it's wrong, I really, really do, because you've got 14-year-olds, young referees, brilliant, who we support, easy games, as they should be easy games, but you still get some verbal abuse and what have you. But you shouldn't be paid for that, in a sense that £22 per hour, not even an hour, for 40 minutes work is a lot of money. When you consider you've got support workers like myself, you've got nurses, you've got all these professions who were nowhere near that. And people are paying it. It's brilliant. Don't get me wrong, if you can earn it, you can get it. But I'm trying to bring costs down here so teams can all afford it. Because if you imagine you took all these coaches away from the game, the backbone, the managers of grassroots football, you wouldn't need your leagues, you wouldn't need your referees, and kids would just all be on the street hanging out. And this is what I'm worried about. This is what I'm worried about happening. We don't want teams folding, and I've heard of 2 teams folding already. What that is for, I'm not too sure. Is it because parents just cannot afford to put their child in football? And it is dear. I was trying to collect, or I'm going to collect this money in for the kids to try and break it, make it even, to pay the likes of Jeffrey Humble £51 for a quarter of pitch just for training for the kids. And it's hard. It really hurt me to do that, because we charge £20 per month for subs for all kinds, to try and get a little nest egg, to try and do what we can with it. And we might just get 1 or 2 spot the balls going as well, just to raise funds. So I've now deducted that £5 off that and £20 per month, and sort of said because they have to pay £7.50 each to get onto Jeffrey Humble, and I feel this is a week per week, so it's working out around about £45 per person per month. Scandalous, it really is, it really, really is. And when you work it out, that's £204 per month that's going to Jeffrey Humble on a quarter of pitch. £204. Exactly the same as what it is for 1 hour on a full pitch at Jeffrey Humble. £204. So we have to now harden our hearts and ask the parents, you know, because it's about their kids. And it's basically, you can go, people say you can go and find cheaper places, they're all fully booked. Please look at it. Some of these managers say, yeah, play on the grass, we're playing on the grass for the last time next week, and then because the dark nights are coming in, everyone is capitalising on that. And there was another one, I think the pitch by us 6 till 7, round about £71 per hour. All these 3G, because they all jump on the bandwagon knowing that teams have got to find somewhere, whether it be indoors, whether it be outdoors, they've got to find somewhere. So let's rocket the fees up, because the parents have got it. There's loads of money in grassroots football, and we know full well that there isn't. I need you to get involved with us, join our campaign. We know there's a lot of coaches out there as well who get paid for the work they do. That's, again, once again, if people want to pay that, that's entirely up to themselves. And if people want to pay the referee fees, entirely up to themselves. But all I'm saying is, I think it's a little bit too much, and we need to get the governing bodies to step in and cap referees. Would we keep all these referees if we did? Unsure. But would we keep all these referees if all these coaches walked away from the games and just decided, I don't want to do that team anymore, I just can't be bothered. It's too much hassle sorting out the kids. Whatever happened to the good old days where you had a match card, walked in, and we know safeguarding and DBS checks, they are imperative that we have them. They are mandatory, they're gold mandatory, and we need them. But we do not need £30 for a course for a volunteer, or £10.50 for a DBS check that you may already have in elsewhere in work. It should all be recognised. They really should. One DBS for one job, and that should be ample. It's all a money-making scheme, that is. And we need to bring the cost of all these courses right down. Free for volunteers if we can. And these big companies who are charging it, they can simply go out there and get funded to help pay for volunteers who need a safeguarding certificate, who need a DBS check, who want to get involved in kids football and take the kids away from crime, knife crime, gun crime, street crime, get them off the streets. But are we really encouraging these kids, if these teams fold, to go back on the streets? This is why I want Don't Cross the Line to use, or yourselves, to try and get on board with us and join our campaign. And it's simple: more play, less pay. And involved in that is we're trying to cut down the admin in grassroots football. It's not a profession. It's not a profession for me as a volunteer. It really isn't. It's an unpaid job, and we're getting basically abused doing it. We really are. You can't tell people what to do. You can't threaten to find volunteers for not getting work right, admin right. This is my opinion. We're all entitled to our opinions, and we all need to sit around a big table and work all this out, because I know many managers are coming to me, they're not happy. And there's other managers who are saying, this is Darrell, it's dead easy, it's great for us. Well, come forward if it's great for you and you've got the time to do it all the time. And especially the whole game system as well. How many times has that gone down? The system's gone down, and what you've got to do on that is just unbelievable, I assure you. And all you use your county FAs for is, if you can't load something up, get in touch with them. This is a voluntary organisation, community interest company. We go out and we go cap in hands and try and put in for lottery grants. And we try and do everything ourselves to put money back into grassroots football, or not money back into everything that we do goes back into grassroots football. And I know there's some leagues out there who really are working for coaches and referees. We all should be singing off the same song sheet, working together with the league, with the committees, with the parents, with everyone involved, and the referees, coaches, managers, all together, and the players. That's what the grassroots football family is all about. You can't go off on one, do your own thing and say everyone should be part of us as the football family. There's no football family. Football family should be close, brought together, singing off the same song sheet and all paying exactly the same fees. Let's try and cap referee fees from stages, from levels. We can do that, not a problem. Let's try and save money for the teams, so they've got money in their coffers to go away to play in tournaments, on trips, on holidays, bonding, getting themselves together. That is what I see as fun and grassroots football. Parents mixing, parents getting together rather than all segregated. And honestly, we need to work hard on this, and this could be a big possibility that teams are going to start folding by the end of the season. Teams folding. Let me know if you're struggling. I'd love to hear from you. mal@dontexttheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. We need to work it together. More play, less pay, less admin, no admin. That sounds better to me. Bring back these match day cards. Let's all sit down together. Let's all concentrate together, play football together, enjoy football together. But please, first and foremost, let's get everyone. Here's my phone jumping off there, look, because it was ringing. Anyway, it always does. Pay attention, Mal, and pick your phone up. Anyway, I'll ring that number back very, very shortly indeed. But in the meantime, if you're interested in getting on board with us, bringing the cost of grassroots football down, all these hubs, we need to do it. We need to get together. We need to be a football family, a real football family. Support Don't Cross the Line, the work it does. It's only safeguarded, DBS, making sure that our kids are safe on a football pitch, making sure our referees are safe, all working together as one. And we're bringing the community together, and we have been doing that since 2003. There you go. Enjoy your Premier League games, enjoy your grassroots football. Hope you did today. I did, and I hope everyone else did, and there was no animosity towards our referees or each other on the sidelines. Everyone worked as a team, and the same tomorrow. Out and about at all these junior leagues, please do the same. Encouragement is key. Encourage the ref, encourage the team, and encourage each other to turn up and give loads of applause. Clap your hands at every movement that these kids do, and you'll enjoy grassroots football right to the hills. And that's what I'm looking forward to, being out and about again tomorrow with Don't Cross the Line. And I'm sure many managers will approach me, telling me their thoughts if they want to, that they're happy doing all the admin and all the whole game system. We need to make it easier for everyone, and that's all I'm trying to do. We need to get someone to sit in with us and discuss what we can do. Like yourselves, let's get managers in here, let's get coaches in here, let's get the governing bodies in here, and let's explain and let's try and work out something that we can do to make grassroots football even simpler, because there's a lot of admin for these managers day in, day out. Have a great evening, put your feet up, relax, we'll see you tomorrow around about 7. Myself, Mal Lee and all the team at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme and Heart of Gold Initiatives. We'll see you tomorrow around about 7. Have a great evening. God bless.